on this episode of Bot versus Con.
Get your pre-orders up everywhere. I think it seems like a lot of companies are going to honor the price of the pre-orders. Ooh, my piggy bank.
Yeah, I know.
That's my wallet and me aren't on speaking terms right now, so
This enhances the figure by 100 times, in my opinion.
You know, we're seeing it from the back. You know, a little butt shot here. It looks cute. Well,
Flap would have been better.
You are the hater, but it is something that rang out with me as well. I won't speak for you, but I think you're going to talk about is the legs, how the thighs are skinny, and then a lot going on with that bug.
He's bugging.
He's bugging me out. Yeah, I got the wide body kit on there. I mean, I love the details around the fender flares and stuff.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
Welcome back, Transformers fans, to another episode of Bot vs. Con. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And your voice is heard here. And we've got a lot to go over, but not a lot at the same time, so I hope you stick with us. It's weird. It's a weird episode. So just like, it's a weird time we're living in.
Yes.
But before we get into that, we want to give a big shout out to the Chosen Prime, where you could actually pre-order a lot of the stuff we will be talking about today. So go check them out. And we also want to give a big shout out to our members. Thank you so much for joining us. And we forgot to do this, but I wanted to go ahead and shout out Big Easy, who joined during our haul live. Thank you for being our latest member. We really appreciate it. And to all of our subscribers out there, thank you for joining us on this journey. We really appreciate it as well. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of stuff planned. It's going to be a long night Saturday, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we're trying to hit 3,000. Help us get there.
There you go. And are you ready to rock and roll?
As ready as I'm going to be.
Okay. Then,
well, before we also get too far in the news, I want to bring up what we talked about with the interview with 3D Icon Labs. These are really, really cool. We can share them now. So if anyone's interested, we are taking pre-orders for these. If you watch the interview, these are available through our channel only. And so definitely want to show these off. I think these are great. And these are your figure stands. What do you think about it, James?
Oh, I love it. We just got to get some customs to put on them.
Yes, that would be really cool. So,
but yeah, these are really cool. I like it. Turned out great. But as always, they do great work.
Yep, so, exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Icon 3D Labs, for this. And now we can continue with the news.
Then let's get into it. First, we have some TFCon Toronto news. Neil Ross is going to be there. So he is Slag, your favorite, Point Blank, my favorite, Six Shot, Springer, and Bone Crusher. He's also, I saw this was kind of interesting. Was also Dusty and Shipwreck and G.I. Joe. And in Voltron, he was Keith and Pidge, I believe is her name.
Black Lion and Green Lion.
I don't know.
No, Red Lion, excuse me.
So that is all you. So that's really cool. You know?
No, I think Keith was the Black Lion. Okay. I know Pidge is the green. Okay, I definitely...
You digress. But
yes,
this is really cool. I told you to get a signature from him, so hopefully he'll be in Chicago for you to do that, because Point Blank is one of your favorite figures.
Yeah, you know, when people ask me what my favorite Transformer is, I'm like, I don't know. But he's definitely my favorite Target Master. Autobot Target Master, I guess.
I was gonna be like,
yeah.
No. Six Shot is also one of mine. I mean, there are a few that supersede him, but in G1, Six Shot is definitely probably one of my favorites. So very cool. Let us know if you're going to Toronto and if you're going to be getting a signature. Moving on to something not so fun. Toy Arena put out this message saying that tariffs are going to be increasing prices. So that's very unfortunate. And I think we were all seeing that this was eventually going to happen. Toy Dojo also posted this lovely image. Tell Grimlock Tariff Story Cup. I hope this is what like my grandkids say to me, you know. And it was only a month long or something like that. In 50 years, but we'll see. So it is going to be impacting us. I still don't know exactly how yet. I don't think anybody really knows exactly how, but this will probably affect my purchase. I think everybody's purchasing on how much stuff you would get. So very sad, but hopefully it doesn't last too long.
Yeah, and the thing about Toy Dojo's message, besides this cute little article, is that they actually explained how the tariffs are going to affect them as
small retailers
and what that's going to do. But one of the things they said is, all pre-orders and in stock items, they're going to keep the price the way it is until they can't, meaning that if there's some other things imposed and the price goes up on them, then they can't eat everything. So get your pre-orders up everywhere. I think it seems like a lot of companies are going to honor the price of the pre-orders, but gosh, this is scary.
And it's not only toys; it's video games. It's almost
Cars.
everything. Cars, yes, that's another thing. So we'll see. We'll keep you updated as things unfold. I'm sure Bobby has a few things in the pipeline that he'll be able to tell us how they worked out. So stay tuned.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
All right, we'll be right back with what has been just announced. Now we're going into just announced, and this first thing is, I don't know if you've done a Kickstarter, but this might be your first Kickstarter. And that's the Skybound Transformers Compendium set. So it's about 950 to 1,200 pages. I'm sure they'll have the exact amount of pages on the Kickstarter.
Right.
They're in faux leather. There'll be 8 books in total, so this is only 4 of them. And it'll have 2 US and 2 UK compendium sets. And I think they're the classic comics, because I don't think there's enough Skybound comics to fill up 8 sets yet. So this is actually very intriguing to me. I do like stuff like this. I don't know if I'm going to like the price, but I would be interested.
So they haven't announced the price yet?
No, it should be launching on Kickstarter probably next week. Very unfortunate. I bet the price is raising now.
I'm probably going to go in on it.
And I'd like to see all the tiers, what all the tiers have. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah. And
very cool though.
Ooh, my piggy bank.
Yeah, I know.
That's my wallet and me aren't on speaking terms right now, so I'm going back to the piggy bank.
Yeah, I was just about to say you have to go to the piggy bank now. Yeah. It's definitely not going to be on speaking terms after this episode. But I think it could have a sigh of relief for these eHobby exclusive SD cards. They did all the cloud figures, which I don't think you know. They came out around 2012, 2014, maybe earlier. And they were just repaints. They repainted Bludgeon as Megatron, Skybite as Skywarp, weird stuff. I wish I picked more of them up, but these are, as always, these cards are great. I don't think I'd pay for them, but if they were pack-ins with the figure, that'd be cool.
Pack-ins with the figures, yes, and that'd be the only way I would get them.
Yeah, or if they gave them for free at TFCon like they did the other cards.
Well, yeah, that definitely worked. I'm all in for that.
I thought this was really cool. I guess these are smokers. These are from Reflector Files. Yes. I don't know if he found them online or it's a Facebook page or if he made them himself, but I did have to show these off. I love how the Megatron has the gun turret sticking off the back, even though it's probably a smoking vent. I think that is so cool. And all they can see are they're crawling around like little headmasters on little legs. But I think these are actually really cool.
Yeah, so, friend of the channel, great guy. We got a chance to meet, a couple years ago, and, really cool guy. Seen him at a couple of cons and everything. He has awesome shirts as well. But yeah, I was wondering this as, if, because I believe on the post, it's a grilling season or something like this. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I need that invite.
They just better have like little Decepticon and Autobot symbols where you could like put the patty so it burns into the patty.
Random patty.
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be really cool.
This is really cool, though. But you did bring up shirts, so why don't we talk about another shirt that I'm kind of interested in? This is from Dragon Star Shop or Mike Kincaid, and it is, can't say it because we'd get flagged, but Slayer, but it says Seeker. I think these are very cool. I'm not the biggest Slayer fan. And if I was going to get band merch, I would rather get band merch than these. No offense, I love these designs. I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial. These look like their hands are tied behind the back like BDSM.
Well, I mean, they're tied
with
behind
the straps and stuff, you know what I mean? That's. Oh, and then he has Ghost Starscream as well, which is probably the best one, in my opinion.
Well, and they're all holding Megatron, so they're not going to be held for. They're not going to be bonded for too long.
I don't know. That's just what I saw when I first saw this, but I do think it's very cool. It's a very cool reference. I know you probably know nothing about it.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, I like it. Just, I would rather buy an actual band's merch than this.
Well, they also did the Guns N' Roses shirt with the Dinobots on them, I believe. Yeah. And then also with I think it was with the Headmasters as well. Or am I thinking of something else? I know they did it.
Guns N' Roses, and it had. It was like Guns and Hoses, and it was Megatron and Shockwave, and then like fire trucks.
Okay.
Hoses, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, very creative shirts. We have a couple of shirts that that were gifted to us. Shout out to Scooby Prime for gifting us those shirts that came from their shop. So yeah, definitely go check him out. There's a lot of cool stuff there, and I appreciate the work he does.
Yeah, it is really good work. It's I would just rather have like fossilization or cosmic putrefaction, those type of things. Yeah. Funbee Studios, I'm going to put my hands up for this one. I don't know what this is. It's some animated figure. If this is what it's supposed to look like, amazing. He did an amazing job. I have no comment.
I have no idea what this is, what it's supposed to be. I saw that they mentioned that the articulation is going to be a little bit harder with the hands, but it can, I guess, grip or hold on.
Yeah, and you can see the two pins.
Yeah. But yeah, I have no idea what this is from.
No. Let us know down below.
Yes.
And maybe we'll see a picture of it finished and be like, "Oh, that thing."
I know.
But right now,
it's Omega Supreme. Now I see it.
It could be. That's kind of his body shape. I think his legs are bulky. Moving on to something you need to pick up. 11 Resources Metroplex has a new gun set by Jimmy Hauser. It will be available on eBay. So I don't know where you go find that, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere. This enhances the figure by 100 times, in my opinion. I hate the guns that it came with before. They just didn't make sense, and these guns just look so much better. So kudos to making these and improving the figure by a lot.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on mine to come, but yeah, I think I'll be placing an order for these.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I think these look way better. So
they look really good.
Yeah.
Not to say that I don't like the guns that it comes with. The guns that it comes with, it reminds me of RoboCop's gun.
It's cool, but I don't like it for Metroplex, and I don't think he has guns on his shoulder if they're in his hand.
Yeah.
Right? Because he only has the two guns.
I think so.
Too bulky. I don't know. I'm just the crazy one here anyways. But let's move on to something you're going to pick up, and that is Laser Cat Toys Combaticons.
I can't even deny it. Yes. Like, even though I'm, we're seeing it from the back, a little butt shot here, it looks cute. It looks so cute. So I was really happy with their Predaking. So yes, I will be picking this up.
Again, we're seeing it from the back, so I can't comment too much, but I kind of like how rounded the arms are. both of them are rounded, it kind of gives it more of that chibi type of vibe.
Yeah, like the fist around the fist, and then on the shoulders.
On the shoulders.
Yeah,
it's more rounded versus Predaking, which was very boxy. Still looks great. I don't remember Volcanicus, but yeah, I think this might be the best one. It looks very clean. So I'll be happy to see it when you pick it up.
Yeah, I'm looking at the treads on Brawl in the back and everything. Those look good. So yeah, I'm a sucker for this.
It's going to be good. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a little break and be right back with our updates.
Yeah.
And we did see this before we almost finished recording. We've got some new sticker sets by Metal Planet Displays. So we got Onslaught. What do you think about this, Bobby? Okay, I thought you froze for a second.
I actually like it.
Really? Okay.
And I think they took what the toy did and completed it. So it's not tuned at all. So I'm not sure if I would get this set, but I'm still kind of curious about getting this set. So if I remember correct with the other ones he did, I think you can take them off.
They were reusable.
Reusable.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I may be in on these now.
Yeah, looking at this one, it doesn't look as bad as when I first saw it, especially when I have it side by side next to the toy. I can see what they were going for.
Yes.
Do I particularly like it all that much? Not. It's a little too busy for me. And I've never been a fan of like the 80s styling that's just random buttons like Darth Vader. Like it's just random, I'd rather have some cool tech detailing, maybe some rivets or something. But again, I understand what they're going for, so I do appreciate it and I do like it. But they also showed off the Marvel Comics version, and this makes him look like a cardboard cutout. I'm not a fan of this. I mean, if this was your Onslaught growing up, sure, but I think the purple's too light. Like, I know it's light in the picture, but I feel like it's supposed to be darker. I know that doesn't make sense, but looking at it, it's like the brights are light and the darks are darker. You know what I mean? This one isn't doing it for me. If I was to get one of these, it would be the toy one. But honestly, I think this figure is better off as is. I think that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like the toon. It's not supposed to look like the comic. It's not supposed to look like the toy, and they're forcing it in. They're forcing like a square peg into a round hole. But it is still cool that you have these options if you want it.
I really want to see what it looks like transformed now. If the colors come across like how it did in the comics, for instance. When I saw this, it looked like Onslaught cosplaying as Onslaught, and he took some cardboard boxes, as you said, and put them around himself, and that's how he built this model. This one is a little bit of a stretch for me, but I am going to say I do like these sets because if you were a fan of the comics, they don't make a lot of figures in the comics. So I think he's doing something that gives comic readers who that was their Transformer, he's giving them that. Because I don't think we'll get a repaint of a comic of this in the comic colors.
No, toy colors maybe, but not comic. Yeah, and like you said, that is cool. I will say the original comic colors make me think of Strika, but that's what it reminds me of. Either which way, get them if you like them. Not my cup of Energon, but I'm happy for you if you like it. And let us know down below if this is if you're excited for these. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. Now, when we get into the updates, we're going to talk about the hottest, newest pre-order that I'm curious if Bobby put one in on, and that's MPG Prime. So the pre-order is up. It didn't get delayed like a certain video game system. And you could go ahead and actually watch a transformation video, but it's not like an actual trend. It's like what you see in the movies. So you couldn't really see how it transforms. But what were your impressions of this?
There's things I like and there's things I don't like, and it's literally back and forth. I don't want 5mm pegs on my MP figures. I don't like the way that looks. I want something that's cleaner. There was a picture of that we were talking about earlier of the back, and granted it is the back, but it looks like there's a piece on the shoulder that I wish it would flip over.
We'll be talking about that in a second.
Okay. So, but then I kind of like the stylized part of it. The bot mode looks really clean. I like how the waist slims down a little bit. I think the cab looks really good as well. I like the windows on the doors and stuff. So there's aspects that I like and I don't like. So I'm confused. I like the head. You know, it looks kind of cool as well. So yeah, I'm torn.
So for me, I'm like you. I'm kind of torn as well. I really like the head. You talked about that. I think they did a phenomenal job. You know, especially in this, when you saw it not in person, but when you saw the prototype, head looks amazing. Yes. I love that you could store all the weapons on him, and that the axe looks like where an axe should be on his back. You know, I love the shoulder-mounted gun as well. It's unique. It's different.
It's very different.
And I like that. I like, you know, that this Prime's doing something different. The 5mm pegs on the arm don't bother me. I don't like them on the shoulder too much. But you mentioned... Oh, I almost forgot. The price is another thing that I'm not too happy about, in which we could probably have the tariffs to blame. In the US, it's $175 to $200, depending on where you order it from. So I'm probably priced out. So, you know, my opinion's invalidated from some people already because I'm not picking it up. But I really don't like the shoulder pieces.
I don't like
and this is what Bobby was mentioning. They're trying to hide it in certain images, and I'm like, why didn't they just make a flap, and then it just flaps on the back, and then boom, you're done. No problem. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't like that aspect of it, and that's.
This is the one thing that stuck out to me on this figure. Everything else was, oh, okay, that's fine, you know, okay. But this, I was like, and maybe it's minimal. If you think it's minimal, great. And maybe they're trying to have the 5mm pegs out so you could plug in guns. Maybe they're going to have a Nemesis Prime with, you know, how he had the guns that plugged into the shoulder and some and whatnot. But if that's on a flap, you could still flap them out and do that if you want to, you know? So yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a hater, but this flap would have been better.
You are the hater. But it is something that rang out with me as well. And granted, you know, typically they already plan for a repaint. I do like it that it seems like it's a combination of so many different primes, which is really unique. And I'm glad it's not just a repaint. I'm glad it's a new mold. So that part is really cool. Yeah, this looks really good though. You know,
I agree. I think they did a good job.
It looks really good.
It's just that one piece on the shoulders and what baffles me is it's not like, okay, I get it, that's how it transforms. It's like you could have put one hinge in, had it flip in, and I wouldn't even be talking about it.
And not only that, it probably would have looked good if it folded in, so it looked like it was covered in the back, like, you know, maybe some detail or something like that. You know, I couldn't remember if you saw like screws in the back or something like that. So it would have been nice to just cover it up. Yeah,
there's screws. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, you know, so it'd been nice if it just covered that up, and it would have been really, really clean looking. But that is my nitpick about it. So I don't like the ports on the side, and I don't like the arm. But everything else, it looks really good. I can't lie. So I was hoping for like again, it's only $10-15. I was hoping for like $150, $160. You know, $175 isn't too far off. $200 is a lot further off than I would want. So yeah, and I've heard it's the same size as MP10.
Yeah, so it's about 9.5 inches. So it's slightly smaller than MP44.
Yeah.
So it's MP sized.
Yeah, which is good. That's the part that's good. That's definitely good because we've been very, we can both say we've been haters on the size that we've seen most of the figures come out in.
The MPG figures we're talking
MPG
about.
figures, yes, and this is good that it is going to be MP size.
Yeah, I will probably be in on a Nemesis version because we know that's coming out eventually. It might be 2 years from now, just because I collect Nemesis. I would also be down for a white repaint as Ultra Magnus, Shattered Glass 2 maybe. So probably not all three, but depending on what comes out first.
Depending on what that price point ends up at.
That too. That's important. So
200 for each one. I can't do it.
Yeah, you could.
I'm not gonna. Well,
and then they're going to come out with the EVO one.
I went for KO.
And then they're going to do the 7-Eleven repaint.
Yep, KOs.
And I forgot my favorite. Diaclone colors, Magna Convoy. That's the one I would really want.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like a injection. Just give me some more.
Exactly. Well, you're going to have to get injected with some green and purple, too, because we've got Ocular Max Deletus. Now, these colors are not final, and it is a sample, like I was hoping on the last show when we talked about it. So hopefully it'll look more finished as it goes on. But what are your thoughts?
I have a mixed bag on this. So the bot mode looks good. I like the details around it. The part that I think I won't speak for you, but I think you're going to talk about is the legs, how the thighs are skinny, and then it.
I'm laughing because I didn't even notice that until we started talking about this right now, and I said, "Dang, those thighs are really skinny."
Yeah. So, I like it, but I don't love it. I think I love what they did with the alt mode tires. That's such a cool move for it to spread out like that, and you get the tread. I think that's amazing. I think the alt mode looks good. I don't think it looks as good as the X Transbots version, but I think it looks better than the Fans Toys version. The bot mode, I think that X Transbot and Fans Toys looks better in bot mode, and I would also say in combined mode as well.
Yes. First of all, the bot mode, the thighs, you pointed those out really quick. I didn't even notice that. I do think the alt mode looks better than Fans Toys, but not as good as X Transbots. Again, maybe when it's finished, it'll look shiny and pretty and look good, right? The bot mode, I think the proportions are better than Fans Toys, but again, they're good in some points and they're not good in the others. I don't like how blocky, like, not because he's G1 accurate, but he looks like he's a block. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He doesn't have that kind of shape to him for Fans Toys. I don't like that, but if that's too accurate, more power to him. I'm glad that they made it too accurate. Mm-hmm. So those two are kind of the same. I still think X Transbots and bot mode looks better, and leg mode, it's a mixed bag. They all have things I like and things I don't like. This one does look very clean, though, and you don't need that extra part that Fans Toys has. And you don't need the extra parts that X Transbots obviously has. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool that it could do that.
That's very
It's also going to be a lot smaller, though. I'm assuming. Who knows? Maybe the upside. Probably not.
But we saw the print or the.
Oh, we did see the combiner prototype. I forgot we did. Yeah. It's the same size as Bruticus. So
it's small.
So yeah, there's that. And then I thought, since there's not a lot of news, we could go ahead and go through Scavenger as well with all three companies, because I don't think we've done that yet. I think we only did X-Transbots and
Fans
Toys together. So why don't we throw Ox into the mix, and here's these three. What are your thoughts? And I don't think we could consider the colors on the Fans Toys one. I think they fixed the colors.
Right. So I saw someone in the comments, they said Fans Toys looks like it has skinny jeans on, and I cannot unsee that now.
I'm not going to be able to either. He really does.
You know, I like the legs on Ocular Max better. I like. I don't know. I really don't like any of these too much. So I definitely want to see more. The backpack on Ocular Max looks a lot better than, I think Fans Toys. The backpack is just the worst out of all three. It's just too big. I think Ocular Max cleans up the best. It looks like it doesn't protrude at all. I don't like how X-Transbot's hook hangs down like that in bot mode.
I'm sure it probably could fold up.
It probably could. It looks funny to me.
I didn't even think about the bot mode picture in the first one.
Yeah, so it's each one does something, good, and each one does something that I'm not too much of a fan of. Yeah,
I kind of have to agree. I think X-Transbots looks anorexic in this picture, like how sharp and then nothing. You know what I mean? It looks very skinny in the torso. Ox might have the same thing. If we see it from a different angle, I can't comment on that. And Fans Toys has the opposite, where he looks like a block, and he doesn't have that, like, pecs, I guess you can say, that I'm used to seeing Scavenger have. I also think it's funny that you think Ox has the best legs, even though they're least tune accurate out of all of them.
Yeah, and that's. I think I like seeing treads, so I guess that's what it is. And they just look like they have some definition to them. So you are right. That's what I said. Each one does something I like, and then a lot that I don't like.
Yeah. No, I have to agree. I can't really choose which one's the best out of these images. So
yeah, I can't either.
Here's the alt modes. I might get chewed up in the comments again. I think Fans Toys has the worst because of all the open gaps.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. I think X-Transbots and the MMCs cleans up better. I think X-Transbots is the best looking alt mode because the Ox one still looks a little blocky and not in the good way. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
X-Transbots cleans up really well, but Fans Toys, that big gap in the back and even the front just kill it for me. And maybe you could show me a cartoon scene where it has a hole in the back. I doubt it, but it could. I'm not trying to be snarky. I'm actually saying that could be a thing. It could be so tune accurate to a fault, but yeah.
If it does on the cartoon have a gap in the back, I think Fans Toys wins because of the tune accuracy. Then it becomes a matter of, I get why you did it. If the tune doesn't, then I don't understand why you did it. I like how Ocular Max has the flap, and it looks like literally it's just a flap that goes down and covers it up. I wish Fans Toys would have did that.
At least there's a flap. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, a little flap that just goes down and covers it. I do like that Fans Toys and X-Transbots a little bit more. But the circle that's right underneath the hook, that was the peg that the arm for the toy and everything the hook connected to. Fans Toys, emulated it as well. Ocular Max totally didn't. I do like the windows, like the color of the windows on the Ocular Max as well. I like that the gun attaches to the side of the vehicle
and not on the arm.
on the arm. I think that looked weird on Fans Toys. So, yeah, again, I think if there's things that Fans Toys, or excuse me, that XTB and Ocular Max do that I like over the Fans Toys. And again, I know I'll like the way the feel of Fans Toys over both of them, but just looking at it, I have to put it in third place again.
Yeah, I will say with Fans Toys, I like the canopy or cockpit or whatever it is. I think that one looks cool.
The red windows or the
the dark, and maybe the purple chains, and it wouldn't look as cool. But I think right from this picture, they look really cool.
Yeah, they do look really good.
I do like all the piston work in both the Ox and X-Transbots. And I have to also mention, I think the Ocular Max has rolling treads.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very, very cool as well. So
yeah, it looks real world. The treads make it look real world.
Yeah. And then combined mode, which one is your favorite?
I'm going to give it to Fans Toys. It gives the toon look of the treads, or that don't have any definition in them. And I love the way the scoop folds down and how it looks. Ocular Max looks really good as well, how the scoop folds away. I love seeing the realistic treads. Again, we're going away from toon on that. And that looks good. X-Transbots is probably my least favorite out of these three. I do like the actual arm part of X-Transbots. I think better than Ocular Max's, at least from this angle. It looks like, Ocular Max doesn't look like it's as posable with it just hanging straight down like that. I'm sure it is, but I think X-Transbots is probably my least favorite, and I think Fans Toys is probably my favorite.
So I do agree with you with this one that X-Transbots looks the worst. That long bicep is throwing me off. Mm-hmm. Unless, again, I'm going to say it again, unless that's too inaccurate. I don't know. I don't think that's what it looked like, but maybe it is. And Fans Toys and MMC both have things I like and things I don't like about them. Yep. I like how clean MMC's arm looks. It's all black where it should be. There's purple on the hand. I'm not a big fan of the purple showing right here. Whatever part of that body is called. The elbow-ish area. I don't like that for what it's supposed to emulate. I get it. The treads fold up and the thing clips over it. I understand. And I like that part of transformation, not going to lie. I think that's a very cool part. But I do think it kind of loses some of that toon accuracy from what I remember it looking like. As far as the scoops, I think MMC's folds up better than Fans Toys. I don't even see it on MMC's, but Fans Toys, I see it. But that's not a big deal.
Right.
So time will tell. These are very interesting wars right here. But what's cool about it is you can get X-Transbots for bot mode, Fans Toys for combined mode, and then Ocular Max for vehicle mode.
Yeah, I mean...
because they each have their strengths and weaknesses. Now, you're going to have a lot of money to do that, that I don't have. But some people strangle their wallets, so...
I'm going to say that I don't have a lot of money. I just have a little bit of disposable income. That's what I'll say.
There you go. Stay tuned. We'll be reviewing these when they come out. And we're going to keep moving on to Motormaster.
This is what I'm waiting on. It's funny. It's funny because DX9 is about to finish their second set of Stunticons before Fans Toys finishes their first, or maybe at the same time.
And they already had a long wait for this one too.
Yes, and but with that being said, I think people forgot about this one. Yeah. No one's forgot about Fans Toys. It's just everybody's waiting and waiting and waiting. But yeah, I finished my original motor DX9 Motor Master set like 2 years ago or whenever it finally came out, and so I am looking forward to this one. The trailer on this thing was so long, and it's funny seeing this picture because they still don't have the rest of the trailer in it. So it's probably like another 4 slides of trailer.
Yeah, I think this looks good. I really like the colors. I'm surprised it says Motor Master on the side. But it does not hold a bar to what Fans Toys looks like.
Not at all.
All the hinges and stuff. But again, you're never going to get a G2 one of Fans Toys. And if you do, it's going to be in 2049. So be happy with what you have, I guess. But I think this looks good. So there was another one that came out that was a G2 set, correct?
X-Transbots came out one.
Yes, there you go. So you
yeah,
have options. And here's the bot mode. Is it cell shaded?
It looks like it. It does look like the glasses.
And I'm just gonna go back. Yeah, it has the same thing on this one, and then so that's kind of cool too. Okay, the legs are kind of tripping me out. How there's 2 sets of windshields
that look different colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Toon had like a block and then the little one. I could be wrong, but anyways, I just noticed that. I think this does look really good though. The colors look great. I love the bright blue gun, the red on the arms, the sword that's appropriately sized. Looking at another company. So yeah, I think this looks good.
Bang bang, shots fired. My curiosity, since they showed it with the trailer, is, are we going to get it together? Trailer and cab, because the cab came separate with the DX9, the first version, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Or is it X-Transbots that came separately?
I thought it was DX9. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
either way,
big box.
Hopefully they come together so you can just finally finish the set.
Yeah, I can't remember. I just know one came with a huge box, and I don't remember if that was X-Transbots or DX9. I was thinking DX9 because it was a big box, but I'm just curious. I'm really happy that this is going to be finished. It'll look on the shelf.
Yeah. Next up, we've got King Toys. What's it called? Terra Howl. Because it says Pterosaur, and I'm like, I know that's not what he's called. And here you could kind of see the size difference. I kind of wish I just waited for this one. Because I might still pick this one up if it's... Who knows if it's going to be as cheap as the bugs are with everything that's going on. Yeah, no. It's the same size as the bugs.
It's not going to be as cheap as the bugs.
It might be.
I would actually pick it up if that's the case, I think.
Yeah, I mean, even if this was $50, I still might pick it up. I think I'm going to start collecting pterodactyls. So we'll see. Hopefully it comes in a different color, though.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like $80.
No, I don't think it's going to be that much.
I don't remember how much the Kang minis were.
Well, these aren't minis.
Right. I'm saying in comparison to the chug size.
They've said that chug size is going to be cheaper than the minis.
Oh,
so that chug size is $25 overseas.
Okay, then.
This one has wings though, so it might be a little bit more. And I don't know if it combines or not.
Well, I would assume it would.
I would too. I'm looking at my Terra Hall right here. You can't really tell it combines by itself, so this one might as well. So we'll see. Very cool though. We'll see.
Yeah, those wings are amazing on it.
On both of them. I think that's what got me.
Yeah.
And there he is with. I don't know why they named him that, but with the bug. So it's the same size. So
yeah, the bugs.
It's a very good size, honestly, especially if you collect Hasbro figures. These would fit right in.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit big, but still.
Yeah. Jeez, that bug is a lot going on with that bug.
He's bugging.
He's bugging me out. Yeah, I am still going to pick it up, so no uh-ohs. But I just thought it was going to be bigger. I guess when they said MP size, I was thinking it was going to be, kind of MP size, but I guess it's MP size for what the
Insecticons.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
This kind of annoys me. We've got Ocular Max Stray, and this is the red special limited edition version. So 1 in 12. So you probably won't get this if you're watching this.
Hey.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everybody. I mean, you probably won't either. But this looks so nice. I don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah, I got the wide body kit on there. I mean, I love the details around the fender flares and stuff like that. Yeah, this looks really good. I need this red.
Yeah. And it is different. If you look, the body is different.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were exactly the same, but there is differences between the two.
Yeah,
I need the red version. That looks so nice. I don't understand why they did that. Yeah, maybe if they flipped it, okay, all right. Because it seems like everybody I read online wants this version.
Well, it makes sense why they did it. I mean, one is from the show, and
no. I mean, I'm talking about the red windows is a chase 1 in 12,
right? Oh, versus the
normal one with the smoky windows or whatever.
Okay,
I understand these two.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I was talking about the chase aspect of it.
Well, I think it's from a marketing perspective, it's genius. People are going to try to buy a bunch of them to hopefully get lucky and get the red one.
Yes, but it's also going to cause... It's a small community. It's not like McFarlane doing Batman in a chase variant. This is... I think it's pissing people off more than it's making people excited for it. Because
I don't know.
I'm out. I unless I could figure out a way to get the red one, I'm out on this just because of that.
Yeah. I'm still in, and that just makes it that it's one step closer to me getting the red one instead of you.
Yeah, it's just not worth my time. Bot mode looks good too. It is a lot of red though. I will say that, but it does look nice. And it's coming with an extra long sword and a crossbow, which is very cool, but kind of annoying that they didn't come with the limited edition.
Yeah, I love the tail fin on that. Yeah, it's happening again.
Mm-hmm.
The bot bought it.
Yep, and you got to put the cape on it.
I will put the cape on it.
Maketo showed off Wise Blast's weapons via Chogo King. I don't know if these are new renders or not new, a new prototype or the same one. It's Brainstorm. Brainstorm? No, Highbrow.
Oh. Hey, I'm here for that. A new headmaster?
Well, they showed off. I think it might be the same prototype that we saw. Remember?
Wait, who did you say this is? You said Make Toys. I'm sorry. I don't know why. For some reason, I heard Fans Hobby.
No, that would be crazy. No.
That's why I was like, ooh, okay. Yes. I mean, so I'm going to say this. That just means that we're seeing the weapons. You know what that means?
Well, we've already seen the bot.
Yes. So that means they're getting closer, which means that they only have to sell like 8 more versions of the Colorverse.
To fund this, right?
To fund the whole thing.
Oh, maybe we'll get some interesting colors, but knowing my luck, it'll be 2 more purple ones in Toronto, and then 2 more yellow ones in Chicago, and let's throw in 3 more black ones for the New Year's.
I can actually do the black ones. The black ones look nice. I was thinking it's going to be more like another various colors of Starscream.
That's probably what it would be.
But it'll all be gray. It won't be like they'll all be gray and red and blue. But yeah. Hopefully, I mean, gosh, it's been so long. I'm really somewhat how you felt with the drift, where you were like really, really excited, and then it started taking so long that the excitement just kind of dwindled a little bit. I'm really excited about this, and when we saw the prototype, I was like, oh yes, we should get this by the end of the year or something like that, and it hasn't happened.
It's probably going to be several years. Either which way, let us know what you think about this down below. I remember seeing the prototype and thinking, that looks like a figure from 2014. So, which is when it should have came out. So, it looked good though. That was a joke.
Looks good.
The trailer is up for pre-order for about $40 if you get it from China. So,
this is the KO.
This is the KO. Thank you. Yeah, that we talked about on the last episode.
Yeah, this MP10 trailer, and it has the connector for 44, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was thinking I was going to pick this up, and then I was just like, no, I'm not. I don't have anywhere to store a trailer.
Just go buy 2 of them. You never know. You might need it for the new Prime.
I already have a trailer that's sitting on top of my Prime case that's already just waiting for a Prime. Yeah, I'm good.
While Bobby goes and puts in that pre-order, we will be right back with what's incoming and recently released. Moving into incoming, not that much, but I did see this YOLO Park Deluxe Scourge via Neo PSX. So I think this is coming out soon. If not, it's already out. I couldn't find out, but it looks very accurate to what I see on screen. So if you like this figure, or if you like this character, this is probably the best way to pick him up.
I can't argue with you. I agree.
Moving on to recently released. First, we have the Coronation 3-pack, which I found these very cool images comparing the two. Starscream's not that much different.
You don't think so?
It's a slightly lighter gray.
I think, yeah, it's lighter. I think it's obvious.
I can't tell which one's which, to be quite honest with you. Neither of them look like that much of a.
Oh yeah.
Grade.
I can definitely tell the ones on the left are the new ones. It just looks like a brighter color. Like even though it's a lighter gray, it looks like a more vibrant color.
You are right about that. And it looks like he has stuff on the paint on the tail fins.
Oh yeah. He has the art, the deco on there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is what would piss me off. I'm not buying it, but this would be what would piss me off if I still was as heavy of a Chug collector. I'd have to get this set because these look so much better.
They do. And speaking of looking better, Astro Train here does look a lot better. Now the figure is old. It's 2019? I think they came out. But this new color scheme does look quite a bit better. And I love how in alt mode especially, how it goes completely all purple in the train mode. I think that is very cool, and it's a worthy upgrade if you're interested.
I think the train looks terrible, but
I think the train looks terrible. I was more talking about just color-wise.
Yeah, I know. The color, the colors look amazing, in all 3 modes. But yeah, I remember when I got this initially, this train is terrible.
It's almost not a train. It just looks like a hunk of metal.
Yeah, it is. It's so forced. The shuttle is much better, but yeah, even with it not having the cover, yeah. But I like these colors a lot more as well.
Yeah. And Blitzwing, again, more vibrant, looks better, a lot better than that weird plum color they used.
Definitely more G1.
And I do like the gray on the wings. It really helps differentiate them from the rest of them.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Yeah, this set. If I didn't already have these, I would pick them up. Even being an MP collector now, primarily, I would still pick these up if I didn't already have them.
Yeah. And here's all of the special, I forgot what they're called. The ones that got released in Japan all together, and they do all look very good. This is a very good little collection of Decepticons.
Yeah, I didn't realize how small Soundwave is.
Well, he's the same size as Starscream. He's just small next to Megatron and Blitzwing.
Yeah, he looks really small. He looks really small.
What's crazy to me is Megatron was a Voyager, and he's taller than both the leaders here.
Oh, well, that's
I just think it's funny, but
that's a whole
my
nother,
cynicism.
that's a whole nother subject.
Can of worms.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look good. All of these look good.
Capture series, is that what?
Yeah, there you go. Dynamic capture series. That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah.
So go pick them up, Bobby.
Hey, nope, can't do it.
Are you going to
get money for tariffs?
But I think if you're getting one of these figures, you should pick this up too, which is the Go Better upgrade set for Soundwave, and it does fill in a lot of the gaps that we have complained about on the show before.
Yes. Number 5 and 6 on the bot mode, in particular, like
yes,
that arm. I love that aspect. That's missed so much on Chug figures.
I agree. I think that is the biggest improvement. The bottom of the feet, I care less about than the back of the figure. Because I legitimately don't see that. But I do think this is cool. I think this one's even better because this is the Wheeljack upgrade set. The last one was $17. This one's $18. Bot mode doesn't really change too much. But that alt mode looks very, very cool and accurate to what it is supposed to look like with that big, bulky back end. So I think this looks really good. This looks
really, really good. 1 and 2, I'm just calling the numbers out. 1 and 2 makes it look so good. I love the spoiler on that now.
3 and 4 are also what we just talked about.
Yeah,
very nice as well.
The flaps, yep, and to cover the arms, yeah.
But 1 and 2 are, I think, the big sellers of this.
Yes.
But again, it's $18. You have to really like this figure if you're already buying it for $25 to spend another $20 on it.
I'm telling you, I think Hasbro has their fingers in these aftermarket parts, man, because that's $25 figure going for $50 now.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it. Warpath is also here. I guess for a shield.
Yeah, so it's New Age, I believe.
Oh, this is New Age. Yeah. Oh, you're right. New Age H70 Oddball. Yeah.
Yes. So it gives it wheels so it can roll. So I guess it didn't have. I didn't pick this up, but I guess it didn't have wheels. Like looking at the treads, there's no wheels or anything on it. So this actually gives it wheels so it can actually roll. Otherwise, it's just like sliding across the floor or sliding across the table.
I mean, I don't need wheels on it, honestly. I'm not sliding it across the floor regardless. So I'd save my $16, but it is a cool option.
I would agree with you, but I must admit, I would expect for the price point of a third party figure that they would add wheels.
This was like $45.
Still a third party figure.
I guess I would rather them put that engineering elsewhere than wheels on it.
Yeah,
wheels can also make something look cheaper as well. So
yeah, I just like the treads are on the ground. So
what do you think of the Toys Easy Tiger Tank that doesn't have wheels?
I complained about that.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with it if it makes it look better. So
yeah,
we'll agree to disagree. And we'll agree to disagree about this because you are picking this one up, I think. And it is the gap fillers for the Studio Series EX Nemesis Prime. It's $26. So when can we see a review on this?
Don't you have a knockoff of this? Yeah,
mine already has the upgrades. I think.
No. Nope, not gonna happen. Nope. $20. I didn't even get it for
$26.
I didn't get it when it was the 26 for the figure. It was $26 when you got it.
No. Well,
that's what I meant.
When I got it, it was like $19. This figure went for about $80.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't pick up this figure when it was $20. That the same one you got. Definitely not picking this one up. No, yeah. You can review it.
No, that's all you. So let us know what you think down below. And that is everything we have for you today. So go ahead and do all that YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe. We really appreciate it. Share it with your grandma. She probably wants to see this. And we'll see you guys very soon in the next one.
Yeah, as always, to all debates are won. See you next time.